Absolutely. The Bank of Japan has hiked rates by 25 basis points, lifting the benchmark rate to 0.5%, its highest level since 2008. Quick check of Japanese markets this morning, the Nikkei 225 higher by just a smidgen, and we're seeing dollar yen changing hands at 155.26 dollar, just a touch weaker against the yen here in response to that widely expected hike. Lin Lin joins us with more. Lin, we're going to move to the upside. They had this hawkish tilt back in December, but they refrained from hiking back then. Why were the conditions right this time?
Hey, Carolyn. Well, as far as what the Bank of Japan has been telling us, and mind you, this decision, as you say, widely expected, widely telegraphed, and basically what they focused on were two things. The first was in relation to the wages outlook here. That was one of the reasons given as to why they refrained from moving in December. And since then, even though wages talks actually only officially kicked off this week, that they feel that they've been receiving some positive anecdotal evidence, particularly in terms of the BOJ regional economic report, which is equivalent to sort of the Fed beige book, that they're hearing sort of these optimism coming through in terms of wages growth being able to match or potentially even be higher than what we saw last year. And then in terms of the other element here, this was very much the US President Trump element that they wanted to see basically after he was inaugurated, whether or not there would be some major shocks to the market, and particularly on the tariff and trade front. And I guess on that front, we didn't get those immediate tariffs as many had expected. Certainly it sounds like we will be getting tariffs, but he's really using it as a bargaining chip. And so because of that, actually because of really some of the announcements in relation to AI, we've actually seen a little bit of euphoria in terms of the markets as well. So that kind of explains why we got this decision today, this 25 basis point hike. But, you know, we've been talking to economists as well, breaking down this decision. And as a number of economists out of Tokyo are telling us that whilst it's not written in the monetary policy statement itself, that really they moved this month because they're worried about the currency. After they decided to hold in December, and then a waiter, if you'll remember, on Christmas Day gave some comments that sounded pretty dovish as well. We saw that dollar yen was moving closer to that 160 level, and we're seeing inflation accelerating, but a lot of it, guys, coming from the cost push element.
Lin Lin, thank you so much for breaking down the decision for us.